Welcome to Stuck in My Mind podcast, the show where we dive into the mind of a regular guy on his road to self-discovery. You'll hear everyday people just like you share the latest topics, personal stories, and things they've learned along the way. And now, please welcome your host, Wise.
All right, and welcome to the very first YouTube Live Halloween edition of Stuck in My Mind. I have a very special guest. She's an actress. She's actually a scream queen, the amazing and beautiful Laura Meadows.
Oh,
hey, Laura.
Hey, thank you so much. I got dressed all up for everybody for Halloween.
Awesome.
I decided to do something a little different. I am a Western character. Oh, it's so bright in here. Sorry.
But no, this is actually my first YouTube Live, and Steve encouraged me this. So big shout out to Steve joining us for setting this up and encouraging me to do my first YouTube Live and on Halloween with you, a screen.
Oh, I know. It's so great. I'm so happy to be doing this in Halloween. Of course, this is a very unusual Halloween because it apparently is truly scary.
Oh yes, especially with everything that's going on with the pandemic. And it's like it's the kids who suffer the most because they look forward to going trick or treating and getting candies, and the parents are looking forward to stealing the kids' candies when the kids are sleeping, and so it's a lot of people are being affected right now by this pandemic, and it's a shame.
Yeah, but when they come home with the bag, that's the first thing the parent grabs it. What do we get?
Oh yeah, like no, this candy's not good. You can't have this one. No, this is not a good candy.
Yeah.
But so I know with the pandemic going on, it's really hard to work. But I'm sure you had something in the can or something you can talk about.
Sure. You know? Yeah. Well, last week I was shooting a television series where I am a detective, and it's called Incandescent Love. I can say that much, and I can't say anything else.
Right. Listen, that's good enough. I'm looking for. I'll look when it's ready to air. Just let me know. We'll have you back on, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, and then The Occultist 2 by Sterling Productions just came out for Halloween. So that's something you can watch for the Halloween season. And you can go to my IMDb and look up any of the other Halloween movies I have, like The Legend of Black Annie, The Grim Weaver, like I said, The Occultist 2, and I'm trying to think what else I got. Something, I'm sure.
Oh no, that's great, man. Listen, this is why I like doing this, because I like meeting new people, and this is obviously we've only communicated through email. We really haven't had a chance to talk because I'm working my job and doing a podcast, and then I know you're busy working, doing what you got to do. But
yeah,
we're gonna play a game.
All right, let's do it. Let's play a game. I love games. Yes. Okay. Hopefully this is a game I can actually do.
No, it's called Would You Rather. Okay?
Okay, got it.
All right. Would you rather have a long nose hair or long ear hair? Oh.
Well, long ear hair because I can put headphones over it. I can put my hair over it.
You over it, yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
kind of
so,
more like
and
a
then,
guy
like if your hair,
question.
yeah, like if your hair comes down, it's like, no, that's not my ear hair. That's hair from that's
It's
my hair here.
right.
Yeah,
I can take a
that,
curling iron out and I can curl the long ear hair. I say, oh yeah, it's just part of the look.
you're absolutely right. That's a good one. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way.
How
But
about
yeah.
you? Which way would you go?
Well, since my hair is right now in a ponytail, so I would go with long hair with the ear hair because the nose hair. I don't know, maybe because no with the ear hair, it's easier for me to go with the ear hair. I like the reason why
Mm-hmm.
it blends in. It blends in with my hair.
Yeah, yeah. It's easier to cover up. And nose hair, you just have to constantly be clipping it. Or who knows, maybe it would be a spell where it would constantly grow back again. So yeah, no. That would be unattractive.
So I know you love horror movies and you're a big sci-fi buff. So this question is you might enjoy this one a little. Would you rather work with dead people in a mortuary or work in the busiest ER trauma unit in the world?
Hmm. I think I would rather work with dead people in a mortuary.
I figured you would go with that one. It's actually really
Really?
much. It's actually much more peaceful.
Yeah. Well, I think.
If it's the busiest ER trauma unit in the world, you're getting all types of cases coming in there. So
Mhm.
yeah, no, I think the dead people I'd rather be with. It's much more peaceful.
I think the living people are a lot better off with the doctors and the nurses than they would be with me. But I will be more than happy to style you later. Your hair, your makeup, your clothes. I can assist and help with that. But yes, you should leave it to the professionals.
All right, let's see the last one. No, not that one.
As many as you like. It doesn't
This
have to be
this
the
one.
last
This
one.
one. No.
Okay.
Your voice. Okay. Would you rather your voice sound like Gilbert Godfrey or Fran Drescher?
Fran Drescher. I don't know
Nobody ever
why.
picks. No one ever picks Gilbert. Why? Maybe everyone rather sound like Fran, and I get it. I think I would want. Or I would rather sound like Fran than Gilbert anyway. I think I would pick Fran.
It's a New
I definitely
Yorker
would pick Fran.
thing. Yeah, it's a New Yorker thing. And it would, but the other one, I'm not sure. And it's a guy's voice, and that's a girl's voice.
Yes, but he's the Aflac duck. So would you really want to sound like the Aflac duck? Like seriously, I think I would rather sound like the nanny.
I would, as long as I got a job out of either one of them, I would go with either one of them. If they want to pay me Affleck duck prices, that's fine with me. I'll do that one. See, I'm fickle. But I think really,
Yeah.
Fran, I would go with Fran.
I would go with Fran as well. I think
Mm-hmm.
Fran would be a inch more. It would be funny though, me sounding like Fran Drescher. I think I would take that.
Maybe for a limited period of time. Like it could be an expiration date on those voices.
Yeah, or I would hope it wouldn't be forever. No, I couldn't take it. So it is Halloween,
Yes.
and I know, like, I know it would at different times. It would obviously people would be out trick or treating and just walking around their communities and having a great time. But it's not that way. So you have anything special planned for your kids?
Well, I have some candy apples. There's fewer of them now than there were when I bought them. but we'll have some candy apples, and well, there was candy too, but there's less of that now. I think just watch some scary movies and eat some sugary things. There's really not much else, and this is enjoyable to do on Halloween, actually, because I woke up this morning and I really wanted to dress up, so I dressed up for you.
I appreciate it and look amazing.
And I have another costume I'm going to switch into after this one.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'll do 2 different costumes today, but that's really what I was looking forward to, is dressing up. And my youngest son really looks forward to sleeping. He's a teenager.
Oh yeah, they're into video games, music, and sleeping. Yeah, and not much else.
Yeah, video games and sleeping, kind of neck and neck right there.
Well, I honestly, I used to play. I'm not like prior to me podcasting. It was work, come home and game. And then once I started podcasting, I was like, yeah, I don't have time for gaming right now. I'm focused on this and just having a good time. This is fun to me.
It is. It is fun. I was looking forward to talking to you this morning. Your last name is Wise?
No, that's just my podcast name.
Oh, okay. Because I have some relatives with the last name Wise. That's why I was asking.
No, that's just my podcast name.
Well, it's a good name. I like it. It sounded familiar to me when I first saw it. Yeah, this is a very unusual Halloween. I didn't know quite what to expect when the pandemic hit, because then there goes my birthday. There goes 4th of July. There goes Labor Day. There goes school too.
No. For me, my birthday is July 5th, so right after the 4th of July. So we didn't really. We had just started going back to work. We had just went back to work the week prior. So I was at work, but lucky for me, my days off are Sunday, Monday. So 4th of July, I got off of work and went home and just enjoyed the weekend with the family at home.
Yeah, I mean, one thing is you get in touch with your family. You're not always rushing around and really maybe connecting more. I mean, that can be a good thing. For me, it's a good thing. And so I like that. And
no, it did. It was really good. It brought some families together. Some people we had game night. We watched movies. We bonded a lot. So it was a good time for everyone. So
it's like the whole world just got told to slow down. You're moving too fast. Slow down. I mean, of course, under very tragic circumstances. There's never anything good about that. But we make the best we can of it.
Who would like? I don't want to say it's like I started podcasting when I got furloughed from work. So I don't know, had I had the pandemic not hit and I wasn't working, would I started my podcast? Would I have done this? And so I don't know. It's kind of I've gotten a blessing out of doing it. Like from me actually being furloughed and being home, not doing anything at home besides some home repairs and redoing the kitchen and stuff like that. So I found myself like, okay, let me just. I had already had the equipment at home. It was just sitting there not being used. So I was like, hit record and let's see where it goes.
Yeah, I think that people have learned more about what you are capable of doing at home and the entrepreneurial spirit. And that's really a good thing. Like I said, just slow down and kind of get in touch with yourself. and find out
Yeah.
what is, you know, what do you feel in your heart? What do you want to do? What do you want to say? Who do you want to talk to? And otherwise, you know, just rushing around too much. And there's a lot more that we're doing virtually, which I'm enjoying. I especially love that doctor's appointment over the phone that takes about 15 minutes that doesn't have to take an entire afternoon.
Yeah, you don't have to be in the doctor's office like, okay, I got here at 11 o'clock. It is now 1 o'clock and this doctor still hasn't seen me yet. So no.
Right. It's such an improvement. I get a phone call, they're on a video. I'm like, yeah, hi, I feel this way. Yeah, let me see it. Okay, that doesn't feel so good. All right, so I'm going to send some medicine in. Oh, terrific. And then you look at the clock, it's like, oh, it's only like 15 minutes. It's only a lunch. It's only a afternoon break. Instead, it used to be a half a day. And so I think that's really moving in the right direction. I don't know how the nurses feel about the fact they don't get to, that's going to change the employment dynamic somewhat.
I'm sure it is. But for right now, the way things are, the dynamics have to change. You have to go with how everything is. You can't risk. I'm sure that the nurses will find employment because they need nurses. They just won't be in offices. They'll probably be more in hospitals dealing with emergencies and stuff like that. Because there's still numbers rising in certain states, and
right.
You have to look at it like we know it's tragedy but we have to somehow just keep moving on and just try to get together and come and just work together, because that's the issue right now. It's like because of the election, they have the country so divided that people are not focusing on the key factor that we need to help the citizens of this country get through this pandemic.
Right.
They rather rush through a Supreme Court judge in order for them to knock down a healthcare reform that they have no replacement for, which will affect millions of Americans as far as healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
So where do the citizens really win in any of these situations? Like, you're not helping us in any of this. First of all, you're not getting these citizens the pandemic relief that they need.
Oh yeah, what happened with that? I mean, that's one of our constitutional rights.
That should have been the first. That should have been the priority, is getting out relief for people. That should have been our number one priority.
Because if the government tells you you cannot work, and that's what they've told the citizens of the United States, many of us, then they have to make up for that. That's in our Constitution. Don't ask me which number, but I know I've discussed it before. So that happened once. It needs to happen again because people are suffering. And I hope after all this squabbling is done that we can get back to the business of helping people and healthcare and getting some kind of control on this so we can live our lives again. I remember when the pandemic first happened and they said 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, 2 weeks. Yeah, I can do this for 2 weeks. And then months went by, and then I woke up one morning and I'm like, oh no, it's not going to go back. What happened? Our lives are, and I was scared, actually, literally scared about it. I believe that it will go back eventually. Nothing like this has ever happened to us in our lives.
Yeah, none of us have been around for the Spanish flu. We didn't experience that. This is our own version of the Spanish flu. No one alive has ever experienced anything like this. And I get it. Some people don't believe it. Some people think it's a hoax. Some people want to believe what they want is media propaganda. But to
Not if
me,
you're laying in a hospital room. That's what I've heard people say. It's not. It
yeah,
is
that's what I'm saying.
real.
I know people who have suffered from it. Some people have passed from it. Some people, so it's affected people closely, and for the government and it's both parties. It's not just one party. I'm
Yeah.
tired of everybody just blaming one party. It's both of them. They're both
Mm-hmm.
sides are a bunch of all of those politicians on that side are millionaires, while while the constituents
Right.
are regular people who work 9 to 5, who can barely like they live paycheck to paycheck,
Mm-hmm.
and these are millionaires up here arguing and debating over your lives, and it's
Right.
just it's ridiculous that these people can go into these public office, serve the public, and come out multimillionaires, and the
Interesting,
public
isn't
and
that?
and the public still suffers.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They've got this thing backward, it's you're supposed to represent us. We're not
And help us, yeah,
supposed to
and help
be
us,
your
yeah, and help us better our lives,
Mhm.
and and somehow your family's lives become better because now you have multiple millions in whatever, however you got them, whatever you want to say, you books, tours, or whatever. It's like a racket now. It's like, so then now I feel they should have a term limit. You should, if you're going to be in public office, you
I
should
think
be
so.
no. I don't think you should. I don't think you should serve in Congress past the age of 60. After 60, you should be cut off.
Well,
After
maybe
60, you should be cut off.
70. Actually, my
All right,
son.
all right. You know what? Make it retirement age. 67. That's it. You're cut off. After
Okay. All
67,
right.
you have to retire. You can no longer be serving the public anymore. You need to retire. You no longer can be a congressman, a senator. I don't care. Nothing in public service. You go home.
We're not going to 105. No.
No, no,
That's
no.
just,
Like we don't need 20 Nancy Pelosi's. We don't need 20 Mitch McConnells. We don't need we don't need that. No, they need to move. They need to move on.
yeah.
Like these people were just they're out of touch with the citizens.
Yeah. Aren't they
All of
rich
them. All
enough
of them.
that they can stay
Yeah,
home? They've made their
they're
money.
out of they're not worried about themselves. They have money. They have their backing from big businesses and big pharmaceutical companies, and they have all that. They're good. They're fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I posted a meme over that. Of course they're not. Of course they're not worried. They bring home $3,300 a week. They get paid $3,300 a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't want to. They don't want to give us one payment of $1,200.
Right. I know. That's just nuts. It's and just the fighting and the squabbling and we want this and we want that. It's like, hey, you're supposed to be taking care of us, the public. We elected you to take care of the situation. So please give us our
Yes,
money.
yeah.
And we've been sitting around and waiting for that second one. And that's just, that's just.
But what are we gonna do? We have to. Oh man, just suck it up. I guess it's bad. It's just bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope that they stop at least by the end of the year. Now I'm okay. Just send it at Christmas. Send it before Christmas.
Sometime, like send it. Yeah, like send it. Like any time before Christmas would be nice.
And at this point, send 2. Send 3.
Yeah,
For all those ones we were waiting for.
They should send like 3. They should send like 3.
Right.
It's like you give these big businesses billions of dollars. You need to give us billions. You need to give the citizens some billions.
The big businesses will start screaming when no one can buy anything.
And then they're gonna wonder why. Why? Yeah, but a lot of them are screaming because a lot of them are closing down stores. Like
That is true. That is
You
true.
have a lot of names that are no longer existing. Like wow, they are business. So,
Yeah,
but
and the
you also
jail.
have a lot. Yeah, but you also have a lot of small businesses suffering and going out of business as well. So it's
Truly. Let me see if we're getting any comments. I was going to have a look. Okay, just waiting. Yeah, see what people have to say. Yeah, the small businesses are suffering, and the first stimulus that we got, it helped to stimulate the economy. But yeah, we got to have a second one. And so there's some just really tragic things, and there's some things that we've learned through all this, and that we can still be together. We can still talk just like you and I can, and we can meet long distance like this. This is awesome. You've got the New
yeah,
York
well,
Yankees there, and I'm in
yeah. Well, I'm a
California.
Yankees fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Yankees fan. Yeah, and congratulations to the LA Dodgers on winning the World Series and the LA Lakers. So they won in basketball and football and well, I can't say football, basketball and baseball this year. So
And I've lived all over the country, so I like the Texas Rangers and the Rams. Well, the Cardinals when we had them in St. Louis.
you was a football team because the baseball
Uh,
team is still
I was baseball. I like baseball, but I like football. My son likes basketball, and he has me watch basketball. He calls it basketball. But I loved the Cardinals when they were in St. Louis, and they would have the Buddy Walk there, which is Pujos's stepdaughter has Down syndrome, and he would do a charity event. So that was cool. We walk around the stadium, and the Texas Rangers. Those were the funnest games. I love those. I'd like to get back to doing that stuff too, as tie it back into what we were talking about.
Well, yeah, that's because this season. I'm a big sports fan, and with everything that was going on, with all the spectators not being at games, and so I really didn't really watch sports. I barely watch baseball, and I'm a big Yankee fan, like you see from the back, and I wasn't really focused on sports. To me, that sports was just a distraction from everything else that was going on. For me, I focused more on doing my podcast and building this because this is something I enjoy doing, and just the way it's like therapeutic just to sit here and talk to someone
Oh yeah.
and just to be able to have a conversation where you can have a decent conversation and not argue and not and everybody has their own opinion. It's not, oh, you have your own opinion, oh, I hate you for that. No, if you don't agree with my opinion, that's fine. That's your right.
Right.
I don't have an opinion. Like people be like, oh, why if they vote? I don't hate anybody that votes for Trump. Let's get that out there. I don't. That's your choice. But I need you to stop acting like this man has been the gift to the country because he hasn't. The way he's to me it's just to me it's his ego. I don't screw all the other stuff. He's all about himself. He has no empathy for people. And for you to be the president of the United States, you have to have the empathy for your people. You have to have empathy for your people's suffering and for your people's blights and all your issues that the people are going through.
Mm-hmm.
He has no empathy. He's all about the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, oh, yeah, that's what you're supposed to run this like a business. No, you're not, because he's ran his business into bankruptcy numerous times. So, no, obviously, no, you need to have you have to have some kind of empathy and feel the pain that your citizens are feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And for me, he doesn't feel that. And that's why I don't want him as a president. I don't think Biden is any better, but
it does feel like we don't have a choice, doesn't it?
yeah.
But
But to me,
it
for
has,
me,
to me, it's always felt like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, because you know why with me with him, my issue with him is they want to say he's not a racist, but he still pushes that. Well, he pushes that agenda.
Mm-hmm.
He put he wants that separation, and that's my problem. It's like you shouldn't want that separation. We shouldn't. We're one nation. We're one. We're much more powerful if we're one,
Oh
and that's
yeah.
what they're afraid of. That's what the politicians don't want. They don't want the nation to be one. Because if the people came together and truly realized that it doesn't matter if you're black or white, it matters if you're rich or poor. And right now, there's only a few that they're holding all the cards. They're in charge. They have all the money.
Yeah.
They're controlling everything, and it shouldn't be that way. It's
Yeah.
like there's no middle class. The middle class is disappearing.
Yeah, it has been. It has been disappearing, and it's something that we need to not have disappear. It's, I mean, who's going to do the jobs? You have to have the middle class, and you have to make it so the middle class are comfortable enough to continue doing what they do.
A friend of mine told me a stat today that was crazy. He said like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 75% of the taxes paid was paid by the wealthy.
Hmm.
75% of all taxes in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And now he said like a ridiculous number that pay the taxes is the lower class. Like the lower class now pays most of the taxes.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
It's like
That's tragic.
how is it that your citizens are paying most of the taxes but are not generating the wealth?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like when you have a job and they tax it so much, especially if you're a single person, and you're like, why did I work? And they took all the money. I don't have enough to live on. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It is crazy. I have a son that's starting to work, and he's going to find that out before long. He sees this paycheck. He's
Well,
like,
he's like,
they're
yeah,
already
he's like,
taking it out.
yeah, he's a, I can imagine he's like, oh man, I've been working 40 hours. Oh, I can't believe it. It's gonna be a nice check. And then
It's like, but I was there all week.
that's like, yeah, you missing some money here somewhere. It's like, no, that's about right.
Oh
That's
wait,
about right.
that went to there, and that went to there, and
Yeah,
that went to the state, but that went to the
yeah,
city, but that went to,
yeah,
oh, I can go
yeah,
get a
yeah.
hamburger, I guess.
Oh no, but see, I'm, I'm sure when we were growing up, it was probably cheaper to go get a hamburger because
Mm-hmm.
now like a meal is like $12 for yourself. So
Oh, it's
it,
more. Well, well, you're
oh
in New
yeah,
York. I'm in
well I'm
Cal.
in Pennsylvania. No, I'm in Pennsylvania. So
Oh,
New York got
Pennsylvania.
New York priced me out. New York City priced me out. It was like $1,300. What a month for what? What in East New York, Brooklyn? No, no, thank you.
Oh,
It was
the rent, the price of the
yeah,
rent.
yeah, no.
What is
So
it
I
in
just
Pennsylvania? How much?
oh listen, we get a nice my family when we moved up here, we got a nice what 4-bedroom house with a backyard, with a deck, nice front yard, driveway, little garage for storage, and a little shed in the back. Uh, we paid $1,000 a month.
Wow.
And we were like, "Oh hell no! Yeah, this is. We have a whole house. We don't have the neighbors upstairs banging, running around. Like, who lets their kids at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning run around and bang and jump around and like no, it was time for me to move from New York City.
Yeah, it's expensive in New York City. I'm sorry, my babysitter was just sending me a text message. She's like, "No, you take care of him." What part of I was busy did you not understand?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just
Listen, this is right here. This is real. I don't edit things happen. We're live. It happened. Hey, it's life.
Yeah,
what do you do?
It's life. Okay, I'm going to answer her because hey, it's life, right?
You got to let her know.
I can be
answer her.
I can be a
We're
mommy.
here with Extra. Yes, you can. I have no problem with that.
I thought she charged her computer. I am busy.
So yes, I got to make sure the laptops and everything are charged.
Okay, there.
There we go.
She can handle it. I have faith in her. Okay, now where were we? The cost of living.
Well, the cost of living.
Yeah, I've been all over the country. When I was in Little Rock, Arkansas, we were in North Little Rock, and I had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, and it was, I don't know, it was maybe 20 years ago. It was $350 a month. Not bad.
Well, that's not bad. That's pretty good.
And then when I moved down to Dallas, Texas, the prices were pretty much the same. Dallas is probably is more now, but it's nothing like California. When I came out to California, I was like, wow, the sticker shock. They gave me a key to the laundry and they said, well, that'll be $30. I'm like, why? What? Well, to the key. Yeah, the key was $30 to have the key in your possession. And I'm like, whoa, really? Are you kidding?
And did you have to pay to use the laundry too?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You had to pay for the laundry too.
I had the key. I had to give you $30 for the key, and I had to pay to use the washer and dryer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. I just thought, wow, they just get you coming and going. It was not like where I had moved from.
They just get you. They just. I go back and think about the Joe Pesci character in Lethal Weapon movies, where they would go to the drive-through and he goes, "They fuck you in the drive-through," when they get his order wrong, and so they get you either way. They just get you either way. They got you with the key. They pay on top of the. They're charged for everything. Anything they can charge you for. Air. We're charging you for the air in the airspace. It's like they're charged for anything.
Yeah, here in California, it used to be back where I'm from. People would help you, like your neighbor would help you, but like lift something, but now or hammer something or help you put pictures up or whatever you need. But here you have to hire people and they charge anything that you need done.
It's I talk about that a lot. Sense of community. We've lost the sense of community.
Exactly.
To me personally, I think we've lost that sense of community where You used to actually know your neighbors. You used to actually chat with your neighbors. And like you said, hey neighbor, can you help me with this right quick? And your neighbor would come over and
Mm-hmm.
you might have a beer or two and knock out something right quick. And oh hey, I'm cleaning out the shed. You think you want knocked out a 6 pack? And oh yeah, let's do it. And I feel we've lost that. Even
We have,
as
yeah.
far as watching our kids, like me growing up in my neighborhood, if I did anything wrong, by the time I got home, my mother already knew what had happened. Honestly, that's the kind of community.
she, she
Once I got home, she already knew what had happened. So if she asked me when I came into the house, "Is something you want to tell me?"
oh boy.
That obviously
Uh-oh.
that means she already knows that. I already know what. I just want to know if you're gonna tell me what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and kids, we lie. No, I ain't got nothing to tell you. Sure,
Yeah.
yeah,
my
I got
parents
nothing to tell
just
you.
my parents just didn't let us out of the house. That was their way of taking care of that situation.
No, no,
You can't leave. Stay here.
no. That's me and my nephew always talk about it. That growing up, we in our community, even though we grew up in a rough part of Brooklyn, we
Mm-hmm.
still had a sense of community. We knew there's certain areas we couldn't do anything that was going to get us in trouble because it would get back to our family. It you could think you were the furthest away from your house that you could possibly be. Someone would see you. It's like, how does it happen? How is it that I'm like, I live in Brooklyn and I'm in Manhattan. How is it that someone that lives in my community and knows my family just happens to see me and and just happen to go by my mom's house and just let her know like, oh yeah, what doesn't he go to school in Brooklyn? Yeah. Oh, I saw him in Manhattan. Like, oh, you
Uh-oh.
saw him in Manhattan. Oh, that's nice. That's interesting.
That's my equivalent to that would be like an employer who would because my parents they would just simply say you can't go out of the house,
Yeah.
and so I'm going to keep my eyes on you. But like an employer, you take the day off and then they somehow found out that you were doing something else, especially me, because I might have been on a TV show. And they would see it.
Laura, I can see it now. Laura calls in. I can't come to work today. I'm not feeling well. She get boss switch like Laura. You on The Price is Right? What are you?
But what is Laura on The Price? I actually did that. It was Let's Make a Deal. I called in sick and went to Let's Make a Deal. Shout out
Oh
to Let's
man,
Make a Deal.
yeah. Like
It's like, I
your
hope
boss
those
lives in
guys
Canada.
don't
Like,
put it together.
okay, Laura is like you got Wayne Brady say, hey, okay, Laura, you have a shot at door number 3. So, and your boy Laura, did she call off work today? What's she doing on Let's Make a Deal?
And
Yeah,
then you
no.
get back and you get talked to, and then somebody's like, you really should have gone for door number 3, not 1. Yeah, that's what I was thinking while I was watching it. Although I'm not supposed to talk to you about it because you're in trouble.
But you should have went with door number 3. I was like, yeah, I
You
know. I should have
should
went
have
with
gone. Yeah. Well, it is that glorious time. It is Halloween. So I didn't ask you, what are you doing for Halloween?
Let's see. I'm recording with you. I'll probably do another. This has inspired me to do another live audio podcast on
Mhm.
the platform that I do. I use Podbean, and it's just audio. So this has inspired me to do another live audio show today.
Oh yeah. I'm doing another one too later on today. And like I said, and I'm going to change into a different Halloween costume. And that should
Oh,
be fun.
what are you going to be for the next one?
I'm going to be a naughty nun.
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
One year, what
So,
was it? One year I was a vampire priest.
oh, that's cool. I like that.
And yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I
yeah,
had,
that was a cool one. People looked at me kind of weird, but hey, it was Halloween. Like, what? Hey,
yeah.
vampire priest. You don't get those often.
I did do the nun costume with the fangs, but the fangs
Yes,
just kept falling out.
going out.
I hate it when I'm a vampire and my fangs keep falling out. This kind of ruins the illusion there. I don't know how to keep those fangs in. And then it's like boom, boom, down again. You're not a very good vampire if your fangs keep falling out. I
No,
discovered that.
you have to keep them up in there. You have to be able to just yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My teeth are just slippery, I guess. They just don't want to do it. I have to grow my own.
No.
Actually, yeah, I remember when my son's teeth were coming in and he had 8 because they didn't fall out, or he had 2 sets. He had 8 of the 4 eye teeth on the top, 4 eye teeth on the bottom, one
Yeah.
in back of the other. So he had 8 total. So I guess he grew his own vampire teeth. But he'd say, no, they wanted to pull him. And the dentist and my son would say, no, I want all my teeth. I want those teeth. But you're going to have to floss. It's going to become complicated. But they did eventually get removed. And now he has normal numbers. So
Yeah,
that's one way
well,
to get them to grow your own.
is grow your own fangs. Yeah.
Yeah, grow your own fangs.
Well, what do they do now? They actually make what are like those veneer teeth that some of them they can probably like make them fangs now.
Yes, that's right. I have a girlfriend that has had them put in permanently. And so she's got the permanent fangs. You got to really be into it. But she does different projects and she does a vampire a lot. She's got that kind of persona. So it's
Okay,
her
well, listen,
thing.
then yeah, if that's her niche, yeah, that's her little.
Yeah,
I'm a vampire. Hey, listen, if you find a role that you like and you enjoy and you fit in, go with it.
yeah. Her
Do
whole
what you.
thing is a vampire. She's really committed to that vampire. Whenever I do a vampire, she writes me, goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I was a vampire." Oh, you were. It's like, no, I'm not going to be a vampire all the time. I mean, it was just that time. It's your thing.
Yeah, she's trying to make sure you don't infringe in her territory.
Make sure, yeah, that it's not a pattern.
Yeah,
Not like there aren't a
don't,
million other vampires out
yeah,
there.
don't look, but you're her friend, so she's like, Laura, no, you're infringing on my.
Yeah, yeah, your stick. I'll go back to the witch. Sorry. It was just a moment. I forgot all about it, and yeah, and right now I'm kind of a Miss Kitty. I did a Western and it was a lot of fun. It was quite some time ago and it was never published. When you're an actor, you find out there's a whole lot of things you do that never get published. But it's a thrill when they do get published. It's just publish it. Just have it out there. I don't care.
Yeah, there's movies that I hear are in the can that will never be released, and it's just sad.
Yeah, so I think maybe this time has also helped people go back and look through their archives. I've heard a few producers say that and find some scenes and realize they had a whole wealth of material that they could use again. And so a little less waste that way. So that's another aspect of the creativity that has helped some people to just go back and look and see what they had and redo projects or decide, yeah, maybe I got time to finish that thing. But
yeah, well, with me, I I started at the end of April, and so I when I did my first episode, it was 5 minutes. It wasn't even that long. Second episode was like 7 minutes. My third episode was 10 minutes probably, and it gradually went up to where I started doing hour shows and everything. It so I went and I redid the first episode. I left the original 5 minutes, and I added another 30, 35 minutes of content
Mm-hmm.
after it. So I plan on doing that with a couple of other episodes too.
Yeah, see, you've got some more time for the editing and finding the footage.
I do it. I do it because I just want to see, I want my listeners to see my growth. Like as far as my audio podcast goes, I want them to see the growth from when my first two episodes, where the way I was recording was crazy. I still was learning how to mix, and the way it sounded, and the way I sound, and still working on how I wanted to do the show. So it's so many different things that I've been working out and in my head, and all
Mm-hmm.
these different ideas that you get, like, okay, I want to try to switch it up and do this, and I want to try this little format, and so it's different things I've tried out through every episode.
Yeah, you start to get into it. I like that color you have for your wall in the background. That kind
All
of
right.
Fuchsia.
Yes, it's fuchsia.
I
Yes, because
love that.
this room here was originally my daughter's room,
Okay.
and she moved downstairs, so I took this one as the studio slash office slash his and hers closet, because it's mine and my wife's closet now. She has a pile of shoes and purses and whatever other stuff she has in one corner. I have my pile of clothes and stuff on one other side. So
You
it's
have your 4 or 5 inches for your stuff, or
no,
do
no,
you
actually,
just
no.
carry it on a stick?
Honestly, no, because I this room here, I have control. I'm the dominant force in this room. Now, if
Okay.
you ask in our bedroom, I have my little side of the room. In the bedroom, she has the closet, the dresser, her side of the room,
Mm-hmm.
the front of the bed, the side behind the door, the closet in the closet in our bathroom, the little section right in front of our closet door is hers as well. So all that is hers. So I get this,
Mm-hmm.
but she has to get her little section in here, and then the rest is mine. So
Yeah. Oh,
this is
okay.
my spot. This is my area. So
You got your spot. I saw a comedian one time, and I never forgot it. He talked about how women take over all the closets, and how the man. Somebody's going to recognize who the comedian is. I can't remember off the top of my head. And he goes, "Yeah, and I've got this stick. I've got a stick. I hang my clothes on a stick, and I carry it around everywhere I go." So,
no, we actually we got creative. We took two bookshelves, right, and took a rod and put it across, because the way the closets are here, we don't like the way they go into the, like, you have the closet doors, and then you have to you go into to go the inside of the closet is like, it's just weird the way they designed it.
hmm
So we made our own, like, I made my own little rack where I have my shirts, my dress shirts, my 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 blazers, and all my work clothes and everything.
hmm
Yeah, so
So
cool.
cool. So cool. Yeah, I like it. And we recently, well, during the pandemic, right before they shut everything down, I bought this place. And that was quite an adventure. That was an experience. My landlord was selling his place, and he said that we had to leave. And so I bought this, and then he said, "You didn't buy anything or leave already, did you?" And I said, "Yeah, you told me to leave. I did. I did leave. I bought a place, and then the pandemic hit, and there he was stuck with a house and nobody in it. So, I mean, I don't know if I feel sorry for him or not.
You know what? No, because it was meant for you to get your own place. So
yeah, it's like the worst timing in the world, Mr. Landlord, for you to tell somebody to leave right when a pandemic hits. I guess what are the odds, right?
Yeah.
It's I just doing what you told me to do. Bye bye. Sorry.
But now look, see, he has an empty house and you have a nice home.
Yeah, so we are much better off. We're much happier.
Yeah.
So we're still kind of arranging how things are going. I haven't quite set up my studio area yet, but there's some things that I want to do.
Oh, this is just a work in progress. I have to order me a new desk and everything, and I might just keep the fuchsia paint.
I like that fuchsia.
It doesn't bother me. Listen, it doesn't bother me. I enjoy it. I just have to my workspace. I have to improve. It's the desk I have is I'm not happy with it. So
yeah, well, I can't see it, so yeah, it's fine. I like
it's like people are like, oh, but you look comfortable. It's me. It's all me. It's all in my head. I need it a certain way, and I have to work towards getting it that way.
Well, my desk that I have for my computer is actually one of those tables from the 50s. I don't know if anybody remembers the chrome tables.
Oh, yes.
And the kind of like Judson top to it that's a little geometric and it's gray. It's the kind that you would see in a 50s diner. And it's original. It's the real thing. It's original. And so I've always loved this table. Yeah. And I'll never part with it. I love it so much to have an original piece like that. And I do have some of the red chairs that went with it. So that's my table. I love it.
Yeah, no, this does for what I have too many things I have to work on it. Like I have another monitor I need to set up. I have another CPU tower I need to set up. It's so many different things that I have to organize here. That eventually will get done. Hopefully it would. I was trying to get it done before today.
Oh,
but life happens and
of course
things just didn't go the way it planned, and so it's a little delay, but
it's all good. It's all good, and then that gives you an excuse to have me back when I have some shows I can actually talk about.
But yeah, it's Halloween. I'm enjoying this. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, I think I do have something coming out today. I've been waiting on it, or maybe it'll be late tonight. It's a Southern type of comedy, because my family is from the South, Mid-South, some of them anyhow. And so we did kind of a hillbilly type of jaunt. It's called Sweet on Dewey. And so that should be out later today. And I play Miss Daisy. So that will be coming out later today, and I will post that. And
all right, so yeah, I'll post it on my site and
thank you.
And when I do my live show later today, I'll what is it called?
It's Sweet on Dewey, but you know how they changed the titles. It could be called something else now, but it has Dewey and I'm Miss Daisy, and it's I can't tell you the story yet. You'll just have to see it, but it should be out tonight, hopefully.
On what platform or?
They're going to put it on YouTube and then I'm going to put it on my Facebook page, so you can grab it from there too.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I did work on a project. Can't really talk about it either, even though it's done. But I was a body double for a celebrity, and I can't say who it is or where it was. But it was interesting. It was really fun.
So save it. So you save the story for next time.
Okay.
I'll remind you. I remember body double.
Body double. Yeah, it was a body double. And the person that I thought I was doubling, I was right. I was so excited. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. It's always nice when you guess the right
when
thing.
You're correct.
Yeah.
It's always good to feel. It's always good to feel like, oh, I guessed correctly. Yeah, I knew it. I just knew it.
Then nobody else had it. Nobody knew. But then they didn't have the information I had. So, yeah, there it is.
But oh man, it's been great. Look at an hour already. We went over an hour.
I know, isn't that nuts? I guess
and
I better.
And we started with we didn't really have anything. We didn't know what we were going to talk about.
Yeah, well, we just
we just started talking, and this is why we just started talking. We went all over the place and talked about everything. So.
It's easy when making friends, and this is what we can do now in this time period and keep ourselves healthy and safe.
To me, podcasting is it's amazing. It's like I've met so many amazing people. Steve's been great.
Steve Joyner, thank you so much for connecting.
Network.
Yeah,
he's been he will keep you busy. He'll book you on 3 shows at one time. Like, okay, he'll like, all right, let me call Wise, Randy, and Chris, and he'll call. I need you to put Laura on your show. I need her. What day is good for you? What day is good? Okay, and we're like, yeah, Chris, and he'll get everyone down, and he'll this day work for you, and he's just, I don't know, he's just a machine.
He's awesome. I'm so happy that he called me and booked me on the different shows, and this has so made my week. Every day I get to get up and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to talk about this, I'm going to talk about that, or different games, especially Halloween week, because that's kind of my thing. But other times, and I just want to let everybody know where they can find me. And we can chit chat. I also sign autographs for the different pictures I have. So you can find some of my different pictures on Instagram. It's Laura, Laura _Meadows, MEADOWS _actress. And then there's Facebook, Laura Meadows. And I just put you on as my 5,000 friend, or no, I have one 5, spot. I'm up to 5,000. Yeah, they need to let us. 5, who made that decision that we can have 5,000 friends and no more?
I'm not even. I'm probably at 1,400, so I'm nowhere near 5,000 yet.
Yeah, well, you will. You'll get there.
I haven't been focusing on it though.
It does take some focus. And then I've got the fan page, so more likely there will be room there. And then there's
I see you're going to be on Tina Marie's show. That's who's taking
that's where, she gets the naughty nut.
She's promoting you. She is promoting you right now. She's on the SNJ network promoting you.
Yeah? Awesome.
So I'm going to check you out. I'm definitely going to check you guys out. I want to see the costume. I honestly do want to see the costume. This costume is hot. I want to see the other one. So
okay. Yeah. You'll enjoy the other one too. This is the day, and I'm going to spend Halloween night with her, and I'm so excited. And we've been talking about it for days, so it's going to be a special fun night.
Awesome. Yeah,
Oh
Tia
yeah.
Marie's awesome. We working on doing our cross promotion, so it
Mm-hmm.
should be a good time. I
Yeah.
see us having a good time. So
Well, oh, and also people could catch me on YouTube, and I have a Twitter, but I don't really do anything on it. I'm not really a
yeah,
Twitter
I have a
girl.
Twitter. I don't really tweet. I'll snap a quick Instagram photo of my surroundings, or if I'm up early recording, I'll take a snapshot of what I'm working on. But I don't
Yeah,
really tweet.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a Twitter, but
I'm more of a visual person. I'll put a picture up, but as far as something to say,
yeah, the only thing I post is my inspirational quote on Facebook. That's about a daily thing. That's the only thing I really post.
mhm.
And then when I put out the episodes that the audio episodes that I put out, I'll promote the episodes. But
Mhm.
that's about it. I don't
Yeah.
I don't tweet.
Yeah, I don't tweet either. I never could quite figure it out. I'm like that. I could say something, but I don't think anybody cares. Uh-oh,
I'm sure somebody would care.
it looks like my page froze. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
Well,
that's not good.
yeah.
But I still hear you. I hear you, so that's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess that
Yeah.
means our hour is up if I froze, huh?
Oh no. But
Yeah.
it was a great time having you. It was my pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much. I
You have a
really
great day.
okay. Well, we'll
And
check us out later.
I'm definitely gonna check. I'll tune into you and check you and Tia Marie out.
Okay. Thank
I definitely
you.
gonna check. Oh, listen, this costume was nice, so I know the other costume's gonna be nice. I'm looking
Uh-huh.
forward to it.
Uh-huh. Oh, do you want me to call you Wise or Real Wise?
Oh no, wise is it? It's fine.
Well, thank you, Wise.
Real wise is a production company. That's something else.
Oh,
That's
okay.
me and my nephew's production company.
Well, thank you, Wise, and thank you to all the listeners and Steve Joyner. Everybody has been terrific. Check out my movies and have a happy and safe Halloween. Y'all take care out there.
All right. Thank you, Laura. You have a great night.
Okay. Talk to you later, Wise.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
All right. That was Laura Meadows. Listen, we started off kind of rocky. We didn't know where this was going to go. This is my first live YouTube chat, show ever. It went pretty good. I have to say, besides the little freeze right there at the end, it wasn't that bad of a show. But it's coming to an end, and it's time for shout outs. Big shout out to my man Steve Joyner from the S&J Network. Brother, just keep sending them to me, brother. I'm gonna just keep knocking them out the park. You just keep sending them. Big shout out to my homie Chewy from the Screaming Chewy Show. Big shout out to my girl Brandy J. Big shout out to Talking Real 1000, King Say's Poppy J. Big shout out to my wife Fina. I love you, baby. And a big, big, big shout out to all the essential workers out there. God bless you. Be safe. You know how I do it. Wise is out. Peace out.
Thanks for listening. Listen on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, and TuneIn. Find us on social media on Twitter at wise_b_blunt, Instagram at wise_b_blunt, and a Facebook fan page, www.facebook.com/wise76. Check back soon for new episodes. Until next time, peace out.